Behavioral economics, which is a blend of microeconomics and psychology, is both a fascinating topic and a hot topic. Over the last 2 months, I've had the pleasure of addressing 500 employee benefit plan professionals on behavioral economics and employee benefits. Each of those professionals and I share in common a professional objective, and that is to improve the physical health and financial health of thousands of Americans. The differences between an economic solution and a behavioral economic solution are striking. Think about a typical 401k plan design where the employee can defer anywhere from 0% of pay up to 12% of pay. And the employer makes a matching contribution at 50 cents on the dollar up to a 6% of pay employee deferral. The total contribution flowing into the plan each year can range from 0% of pay to 15% of pay in this example. What are the implied messages with this kind of design? One of the implied messages is that any contribution made by the employee over 0% of pay is good because there's a matching contribution to some extent. A second implied message is that the 6% of pay target is the right one because that is where the employer caps out its matching contribution. And the third implied message is that a total contribution at 9% of pay is appropriate for retirement readiness. None of those messages may be messages that the employer wants to send. The economic solution to this type of problem is to stretch out the employer matching contribution so that it's not fully realized until the individual contributes 12% of pay. That kind of an approach in this circumstance has got some problems with it. Employees are going to view it as a benefit cutback, and many aren't going to be able to afford to contribute that 12% of pay number to get the full employer match. A behavioral economic solution looks entirely different. We actually reorder the contributions and start on top with a 12% of pay contribution by employees, and we scale down to a 0% of pay contribution. We highlight certain segments of the chart to really draw attention to some key anchor points. Look at this way in which we've structured the 401k plan. You see that we have placed the 12% of contribution at the top of the chart and the 0% contribution at the bottom of the chart. We've also used color shading here to focus the attention of the participant on the higher contribution amounts. And then finally, in the far right-hand column of this chart, we've shown the money that the employee leaves on the table by not fully leveraging the company matching contribution. This establishes a sense of loss aversion and lost opportunity regret if somebody doesn't contribute at least 6% of pay to their 401k plan. We find greater savings rates with this kind of structure than we do with the traditional structure.